little bit better. Okay. Hi. Okay, good. You're on. All right. So, can you? Oh, where's your email? Are you? Hi. Fiona, hi. Sarah's my. Oh, yeah. Sarah, yeah. Okay. Hi. Yeah. Okay. No, guys, I need you to send me your email so I can send it to you, okay? The handouts. Because we are going to talk about. Yeah, I'm weird. Okay. We are going to talk about. Agreeing and disagreeing, okay? Yes, I know it's your class, Maddie. I don't remember which one your email is. I haven't. Is it Liang Guang Yu or it's Sunny? I don't remember which one's yours, Maddie. Yes, I know it's you. You subbed to Kelvin, right? Yeah, I think. No. Okay, so can you resend it to me? No one else will see it. I'll just get that, and then I'll send you the handouts for today. Yeah. Oh, you didn't give it to me yet. Oh, okay. Well, anyway. Sarah, if you want handouts, you can also send it to me. Your email. It won't show up in the feed. Okay. So it'll just put it in the chat. Too lazy. Okay. All right. Well, sure. Whatever. All right. We are going to be talking about agreeing and disagreeing today. Okay. All right. So the first handout we're going to look at. Oh, here. I'm going to send you this email. Agreeing and disagreeing. So it's agreeing and disagreeing. And with this, we are going to obviously talk about agreeing and disagreeing. No. Okay. So I'm going to try and give these in order that we're going to be doing them. Okay, so the first attachment is the first thing we're doing, and then so on, right? Yeah, it's only going to me. No one else can see it. I'm going to hide it now. You feel so weird. Okay. Maybe see a doctor. I'm joking. All right. What's up? Not a lot. The sky, clouds, birds sometimes. So when we're talking about our opinion and agreeing and disagreeing, we want to be polite. We do this in lots of things, especially when we're negotiating. Okay? And negotiating is just talking about what we want and changing our ideas, right? Nobody ever says do this or else, unless they're really mean, right? You don't see any birds? Well, that's too bad. They're up. Hey, pigs fly for a moment until they fall, so they could be in the sky, right? So when we negotiate, and this is done a lot. I know I wasn't a very good negotiator because I wasn't very pushy, but it's done a lot in China, especially. You might, if you remember visiting China. Yeah, too bad for me. If you go to China, buying something, there's a lot of negotiation, right? So you might talk about how much something is. And you might say that's too expensive. Taiguela, Singa, right? All right. So then they will change the price. When we negotiate not just on price, but also when we want to do something in our free time, right? Negotiate pusher. Nick go pusher. Okay. Negotiating is where we bargain for something, but it can also, again, for free time. So like if you want to do something with your friends, let's say I said, Maddie, do you want to go and play basketball at 2 a.m.? Probably not, right? Okay. So we can, yeah, no, obviously not, right? I don't want to either. But we can negotiate things like all the details: who, what, where, when, how are the details. Why is not really we don't really negotiate why too often, right? So who goes to do something? What are we going to do, right? Oh, I don't want to go play basketball. Yeah, it's too late. So when is bad? What if I said, let's go play basketball in China, right? That's too far, right? We don't live close to somewhere. So maybe we'll pick, well, why not the school? And how long, or how do we get there? Or how do we get people, right? So how is lots of things also, like always, right? I have a car. Well, not right now. My wife has it, right? So we can do that. And when we agree or disagree, right, we have to be able to say something, right? So let's say we're negotiating, we agree with somebody. That's really easy. It's just yes, or I'd love or like to do something, right? I hate basketball too, actually. I'm look at me. I'm not a basketball star, right? All right. Although helicopters are nicer to me than some other basketball stars, right? But disagreeing is more difficult. You like basketball? Well, I don't like basketball. Maybe badminton. Can we play badminton instead? I like badminton. I'm kind of good at it. Cool. Badminton. It's a D, not T. All right. So agreeing is really, really easy. Yeah. So disagreeing is not as easy, right? We don't want to be rude. Unless you're rude, right? Well, maybe you do want to be rude. I don't know why. But in English, we don't want to be rude, right? Not rude, yeah. So you can get, this is where why comes in, okay? So why not? I'd love to, but, and then why not? I'm busy, right? Or I can't. I'm doing something. I'm washing my hair, right? So anything that says yes, but no works for disagreeing. This is about negotiating for something, right? That's pretty easy, okay? Now, this is for to do something. This is not for negotiating an idea, okay? So when we negotiate an idea, it changes. And that's where or opinions on something. This is where our first handout comes in. So Maddie, take a look at this one. I have 30 subs. Hooray. All right, take a look at this handout. Of phrases, so sayings, for expressing, telling, ideas or opinions, right? So thoughts, again, agreeing or disagreeing to a thought. I believe, and when we say our opinions, we want to say that they're an opinion, right? I believe or I don't believe that Calvin is really funny, right? Or people tend to believe that Calvin is really funny. Or some people say Calvin is really funny. I don't like some people say. It sounds very liar-like. Like Donald Trump says that a lot. He'll say, some people say this, and it feels like he's lying all the time. So maybe that one's not as good right now, right? Don't you think that something, this is asking for what other people think. So it might be a little bit safer, right? Don't you think that Calvin's really funny? No, I don't think Calvin's really funny. And then, oh, okay. Yeah. So it's a little bit safer. I believe I can fly. Yeah. I believe I can touch the sky. I actually say that song, I Believe I Can Fly. I sang that for company party once. It was terrible. Right. If you ask me, so again, if you ask me, or in my opinion is usually the most basic and formal, I find. Okay? But observations, okay? Observation, just something you see. It doesn't necessarily tell people what your opinion is, but people will often take your observation and take it as your opinion if you're for or against something, okay? And that's how we talk about opinions. You're either for or against. For being agree or saying yes to something, against disagree or not like something. Okay, so here's what I've noticed. That one's really long and doesn't say a lot at the start, so I wouldn't do that one unless you need time to think. Like, here's what I've noticed, that Calvin's a really funny guy. Or I've noticed that people laugh at Calvin a lot. You're bored? That's too bad. All right, in my experience, people laugh at Calvin. Sometimes it seems like Sarah is really bored, right? Can I ask questions, Calvin? Yes, in a minute. I'm getting to that. All right. So I've heard people say Calvin's really funny and Sarah's really bored. I will ask, and I'll do a review on figurative language here soon, okay? Agreement and disagreement. Okay, so I agree with something, someone or something because why? Or I like something, someone, like somebody said. Yeah, I like what Calvin said because it's right. Right. Or I disagree. I don't agree with Calvin because, or I don't agree with laughter because I have a different idea about that thing or than that Calvin said. Right. Okay. Where is my figurative language thing? There it is. Yeah. All right. So now that we have agreeing and disagreeing, you can either. This is important also because when you come back, Maddie, who's at your time? Well, I don't know if we can do it, but I'd like to play a game where we agree and disagree and negotiate about some things. Okay, there's a game that I kind of do that. Okay, but I think maybe we'll do a game of Scrabble before we do that because you only have, well, 2 other people with you in your class normally, so that might work. All right. So agreeing, number 1. Disagreeing, number 2. But if you disagree, you have to say why. So I'm going to say coffee is the best drink. Right? Hashtag board team. Ha, ha, ha. All right. Coffee is the best drink. Do you agree? You can just put number 1. If you disagree, put number 2, but also put why. If you have another idea, tell me what's the best drink. Number 1, you agree? You like coffee? All right. The best game is... Oh, boy. The best game is Fortnite. You're not a big fan of coffee? Well, I never used to be. No, yeah. What game is the best game? Tell me why. Yeah. Nobody. I don't agree either. I don't like Fortnite. What's the best game then? Roblox. Yeah. Why? Why? Why is Roblox the best game? Because that's not a good answer because are you okay? Are you having a stroke? Do I need to call the ambulance? It's the best game because it has lots of different games for everybody. It's a platform to play lots of different games. It's very creative. Anyone can play it. Very open, very fun, right? Whereas Fortnite, not everybody can play it. It's very competitive, so not very relaxed in a lot of ways. It's original Roblox in a lot of ways, sure. Okay, so where are we? Okay. I'm going to give you 2 more of these. And then I'm going to talk to you about your homework. And then I'll give you some questions about figurative language, okay? Fortnite is because Fortnite is evil. Yes, Fortnite is kind of evil. All right, so let's say the best board game is Scrabble. No, it's not the. Ouch. Which is the best board game then? Risk, Monopoly. You feel bad for Scrabble? I like Scrabble. We were going to play it when you come back here. I have it. See? Scrabble. Monopoly. I want to play Scrabble, yeah? Well, thing is, why do you think I'm talking about negotiating? Because I have Monopoly. And Monopoly is a lot of negotiating and agreeing and disagreeing. When we play this, and I did this for my high school class, you have to use the right language, okay? Otherwise, the bank will fine you money. Yes, and I'll be the bank, so I'll take your money. So you have to negotiate and use proper language, okay? Why is this important? You might not feel like this is that important. It kind of is. One, when you get into high school, you actually need to know how to do this politely with other students, but also for language you use in your essay or your classwork, okay? You also have something called a debate. So it's used for essays, for groups, right? So in debate, do you know what a debate is? Excuse me, my nose. So an essay, you will have to use a lot of formal language about agreeing and disagreeing, and things like that. In groups with your classmates, you don't always need it, but it becomes more and more important as you get older. In university and college, and later on for a job, you make groups where you have to talk about these things to people. And you want to be very nice and formal and disagree in a polite way. Otherwise, you will get people who get upset very easily. I don't know why. I had a whole class in university that was just called negotiating. For 4 months. I had one semester. I had a class that was all about negotiating and doing these things. Right? And there was people that were really bad at it. Yeah, I know. I know you say, right? And debate, debate. Okay, that's where you have a conversation and talk about what you think. This is actually something you do in high school. You do debates. Okay, so you'll have a presentation or speech, and the other person will have the opposite viewpoint. But you have to be formal. You have to say why you disagree, and it's very organized. And if you don't want to lose marks, you have to use this language. Okay. All right. So Monopoly is the best game because you get to negotiate. Risk is the best way to lose friends. So is Monopoly. All right. Let's say I said two more, right? Let's say the best color is red. And the best sports team? I don't know that many sports teams. Trying to think of something else we can debate. Do you think red is the best color? And the best teacher is Calvin. Yes? Okay. So saying yes is really easy. You might also say why you agree with somebody in the future. So when we come back to having class, you have to say what? No! Yes. I was going to say, the best student is Maddie, right? Yeah. Okay, so that's agreeing and disagreeing. Okay, crazy is helpful. That's right. Okay. All right. So now, your homework. I wanted to talk about, and then we'll do some figurative language stuff. Okay. All right. Of course. All right. And silly and funny and yeah. All right, so I do have an article on Fortnite. I didn't have one on Roblox. Trust me, I looked. All right. And it has an article in the news about Fortnite, okay? And it's saying it's the best game of the last decade. I disagree, but that's what it wants. It's saying. Why Fortnite? Well, one, it is actually really, really popular until just recently. It was the #1 game on Twitch. It's made more than $1 billion. Roblox has not. Yes, I know. I don't think that makes it because it's the most money and the most popular. Why it's the most influential. It doesn't say it's the best game. It says it's the most influential. So do you know what influential means? Yeah, worst game. I think it's influential. I don't think it's a good game, but I do think Fortnite is influential. It's not the worst game. You're right. It's not a great game. It's not a bad game, I think, but it's very influential. And I agree with that. I don't know if it's the most influential. For a short period of time, if I was to say 2018, 2019, yes. But this is saying from 2010 to 2020, it was the most influential game. I don't think so. But that's its idea, okay? So you're going to read the article, and it has some true or false questions. And then it has answer the questions in a full sentence. Do you think Fortnite is the most influential game? What is your favorite game to play and why? Who do you normally play video games with? And who is your favorite video game character and why? Now, for the first one, it only wants one sentence. I don't want one sentence. I want you to add more, okay? So do you think Fortnite is Do you think Fortnite is an influential game? Yes or no? So remember what influential means. You can't just say it's not the best game. That's not what it's asking. It's asking, is it an influential game? It's not even asking if it's the most influential game, okay? What is your favorite game to play? I already know it's Roblox, but you have to say why on this. What do you normally play? Who do you normally play video games with? That one's pretty easy also. Who is your favorite video game character and why? Okay, so that's number one. Okay, that's the first homework. Your other homework is this one, problems and solutions. Now, this has a lot of how you talk about different things. First of all, problems, then solutions, and agreeing and disagreeing. So you have it, so you don't have to write the stuff down here because I'm a nice guy, right? This is just agreeing and disagreeing for ideas, though. Mostly. You can use it for people. Okay. So one problem is that Fortnite is too competitive. Or one problem is Fortnite's competitiveness, right? And solution. One solution is to create a creative mode, or we could create a creative mode, or I think we should create a creative mode, or I recommend that we create a creative mode. And I think that's a good idea, or I agree with Calvin, or I am for making a creative mode, right? Disagreeing, it's a good idea, but I don't think it's going to work. Or I disagree with Calvin or I disagree with creative mode because I'm against it because of why. And the problem with that is blah, 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 blah. Okay. But that's not what I want you to do. I don't want you to do another game. I want you in here. You are going to be a manager. Lucky you. Right? In this, you are going to be a manager of a large resort hotel. Do you know what a resort is? Yes, no, maybe so. Do you know what a resort is? Maddie, are you there? Is maybe my chat not working? Let me see. Oh, Maddie? Are you there? Something happened? I think something did happen. Okay. I'll give it a minute for you to come back. I'll be. Okay. If you don't see me, I'll be right back. Ugh. Oh, are you back? Okay. What happened? Yeah, okay. So I don't know what you missed. Did you see me talking about this? Oh, you could tell me, like put BRB or something like that. That lets me know you're gone and can come back, okay? No! Oh, you didn't see. It would have been helpful. I'm talking to nobody. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, so this is your other handout, your last handout, okay? You did see me talk about this one totally then, right? Yes. Okay. So this one, it just has some of the things that you can say first. So it has talking about a problem. One problem is that Fortnite is too competitive, or one problem is it's very hard, or something like that. Or one solution is to make it easier. We could do something. I think we should buy something. I recommend that we do this. Okay, and then you can agree. Yeah, I think it's a good idea. Or I agree with Calvin, or I agree with that idea. I am for that idea, or I'm for a Calvin's idea, right? Disagreeing, again, the same thing. So It's a good idea, but, and what's wrong? I disagree with Calvin, or I disagree with making it easier because why? I'm against it because why? And the problem with that is why? But for this, you're not going to be talking about a video game. You are a manager of a resort hotel. Do you know what a resort is? Do you know what a resort is? Yes? Okay. So lots of facilities, lots of activities. So here it has the instructions about you are the manager of a large resort hotel. Lately, you've had lots of problems. You must discuss these problems with the other managers. It's just you. And then come up with solutions. Okay. The hotel is an island surrounded by beautiful beaches, coral reefs, and mountains. It seems like the perfect place to have a hotel, but isn't it kind of like a hotel? Yeah. A resort is just a hotel with lots of facilities, lots of things you can do, lots of, like, it could have a gym or a movie theater, swimming pools. It has many facilities, whereas a hotel usually has one or two. Okay, restaurant, spa, right? Game room, things like that. So here are all the different kinds of problems that your resort has. You must write down, and then when you come back to class, you're going to discuss your solutions, what your ideas are. I think one problem is people are stealing things. We could do this, right? So you're going to explain what the problem is and then write up your solution for each of these, okay? So, for example, the first one is theft, right? There's a lot of theft at the hotel. Someone is stealing food from the kitchen, money from the front desk, and sports equipment from the gym. Guests have also complained that somebody stole their wallets, okay? And you have other activities as well that you need to fix. So guests are bored, complaints about the food, too few guests, complaints about the staff, many things are broken, the hotel is difficult to get to. So you have to have an answer to all of those things. So you're going to talk about the solution and the problem and then solution, sorry. But also, if you need help, here's an example dialogue, okay? Now, I don't need you to do this, but this might be a formal letter. You will be doing something like this in later grades and even in high school, okay? Okay, so that's your homework. Do you have any questions about the homework? You okay? So again, that stuff is really important. It might not seem super important now. It is going to be, and it's important that you're able to do it formally, okay? Because you do use it for the later grades and for high school, okay? And college, university, and work, right? Okay. So I am going to give some figurative language. So again, 1 is metaphor. 2, simile. 3, personification. 4 is alliteration. 5 is onomatopoeia. And 6 is hyperbole. Okay. Now, Can be more than one. Are you gone again? Oh. Are you there? Something went wrong with your email. Yeah, you there now? You okay? I tried to send you the email again. Something went wrong last time, it said. Yeah, no, it's not sending it. Can you send me? Oh, yeah, let me. Maybe I had a space in there or something. I don't know. Do 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 do. Okay, let's see if that worked. Oh, yeah, that's okay. All right, so um, again, I don't know if you heard me because I don't know if you went away. Figurative language again, metaphor, simile, personification, alliteration, onomatopoeia, hyperbole. Do you remember all of these? Okay, I'm just going to try again. Not 18. Well, hey, you know, you could always be like more than 100 years old. Why 1985? Is that your mom's birth, the year she was born, I guess? Because then I'm older than her. Yeah, I'm older than her. Not by a lot. You think? I would have think so too. Unless she just wants to appear younger by putting that one in. I'm only a year older. I was born in 1984, which is also the name of a very good book, 1984. Right? It's a very good book that you might have to read in high school. They don't do it as much anymore. Although I think it's really good. Yeah. All right. So figurative language, metaphor. Comparing two things. Same with simile, but also like and as. Personification. Make it about a person, right? Alliteration, Calvin or Cal called cats, right? Onomatopoeia, bang, drip. So noises. Hyperbole, I'm so fat. The earth shakes when I walk. Okay? Okay? So again, those are our figurative language, right? Right. All right, so I'm going to give you an example. Now, it can be more than one. So if there's more than one in there, you have to put all the numbers that apply. Because again, these can be lots of different numbers. Here, I'm going to put this under here. Okay. Nope, that didn't work. Huzzah! There we go. Which number is that? Yeah, there's onomatopoeia in there because the honk. That's right. But there's more. And four, yes. Four, right? Yeah, personification. Because traffic can't argue, right? Or noises can't argue, but it sounds like it, right? So you can kind of feel like it's angry noises, right? So very good. All right, the next one. All right, wait. The last one was, sorry, number 4. Last one wasn't number 4, sorry. It's not alliteration. The last one, sorry. There is onomatopoeia for the last one, but there's no alliteration for the traffic honking, argued long into the night, and finally Carl went to sleep. 6, hyperbole. The crowd cheered when the champion hit the challenger with a chair. Not so much. So the last one, the traffic honking argued long into the night, and finally Carl went to sleep. Personification. So the last one was 3 and 5. The crowd cheered when the champion hit the challenger with a chair. 6, not really. And 3, it's not personification. So the crowd cheered when the champion hit the challenger with a chair. Alliteration. So number 4, right? And again, it has onomatopoeia. Well, no, not really. I guess cheered, not really onomatopoeia. Because you go cheer, you don't really do that. Okay, so it's just alliteration for the last one. The crowd cheered when the champion hit the challenger with the chair. Okay, just number 4. Okay, are you still there? Maddie? All right, well, I'm going to send you this one. The bird's chirp was like the most lovely conversation ever. You okay? You there? No. Okay. Tell me when you go. All right. So you don't have much longer. I don't know why you couldn't wait just like 2 or 3 more minutes. Oh boy. All right. So I wanted to say that the crowd cheered when the champion hit the challenger's chair. That's just alliteration. Okay. That's just number 4. Right. The first one, the traffic honking, argued long into the night until finally Carl went to sleep. Honking is number 5. Personification for the arguing is number 3. The bird's chirp was like the most lovely conversation ever. Okay. What about the bird's chirp? So what do you think what do you think this one? The bird's chirp was like the I did that one terribly. Most lovely conversation ever. Number 3. Are we okay? Yeah, because the birds chirping is it. Do they have a conversation? Not necessarily. Okay, yep. And 5, you said onomatopoeia. Yep, because it's chirp. That's chirp, chirp, chirp. Right? Is there any more? There's one more in there, or 2 more technically. Oh no, sorry, just one. W2. It does look like it is number 2, but remember metaphor and simile. I know it has the word like, but not everything that has the word like is a simile. That's what I was trying to trick you with. Okay, because I'm not comparing the birds to another object or thing, right? It is hyperbole though, because it's the most lovely thing ever. Okay? So good guess. Most people would guess like, and that's something I wanted to try and trick you with, is that we cannot just say like is always simile. Okay, it has to compare something. The bird was like a beautiful singer. Okay, I have to compare it to the bird to like an opera singer or something like that. Okay, so it's comparing it to something. All right. One more, and then we'll be done. My lights are blinking here. All right, so okay, last one. I've told you a million times to clean your room, as it is the biggest dump ever in here. Three. So remember, 3 is personification. Am I taking something and giving it human qualities? No. So not 3. So that million times should help you pick out one. Hyperbole, okay? So when it's really too much, really too big, hyperbole. I'm so fat the earth shakes when I walk. I've told you a million times, really. Did I tell you a million times? Also, I'm comparing the room to a dump, like a garbage dump. But I don't use like or as, do I? Oh, I did. So it's a simile. Okay. So we have simile and hyperbole. Okay. All right. So I got to go because I have another class. Okay. No, not personification. Personification is when you compare something that's not human and give it human qualities. Okay. It has to be something that a human has to something it doesn't. This tired cup. It's not tired. Not really. Okay. We'll practice that more. Okay. All right. I'll see you next time. Okay. I'm going to be back on right in a second anyway, so. But it's going to be the same thing as now. Okay, bye-bye.